Welcome dear students. Now let us talk about the covalent radius. Suppose that there are two same atoms which are covalently bonded to each other. It is an atom A and that is again a same atom A, and the covalent bond is present between these two atoms. Then that will be their internuclear distance, which is also called as their bond length or bond distance. So this internuclear distance is shown with the letter R. Now my dear students, if you will take half of this internuclear distance, that will be equal to the covalent radius of atoms. This one is Ra and that is again Ra. So basically the half of internuclear distance between two identical covalently bonded atoms is called as their covalent radius. So covalent radius is half of the bond length of the two identical atoms which are covalently bonded to each other. Now my dear students, for example, when two hydrogen atoms are covalently bonded to each other, their internuclear distance is 75.4 picometer. And now the half of this internuclear distance, 75.4 divided by 2, that is 37.7 picometer, and it is the covalent radius of the hydrogen atom. Similarly, when two carbon atoms are covalently bonded to each other, whether the compound is organic or inorganic, it doesn't make any difference, then the internuclear distance is 154 picometer, and half of this internuclear distance, my dear students, that will be equal to the covalent radius of the carbon atom, which is 77 picometer. Now the covalent radius are additive in nature, and one of the best examples is in case of chloroform. There is carbon chlorine bond, and this carbon chlorine bond has bond length of 176.7 picometer. And now my dear students, the covalent radius of the chlorine is 99.4 picometer. Then what will be the covalent radius of carbon? Because the covalent radii are additive in nature, so internuclear distance or bond length will be equal to covalent radius of carbon plus covalent radius of chlorine. Now the covalent radius of carbon is required, that will be equal to R minus the covalent radius of chlorine. When you will put the value, R is equal to 176.7 minus, that is 99.4, and it will come out to be 77.3 picometer almost. So this 77.3 picometer is the covalent radius of the carbon atom. And my dear students, because of this additive nature of the covalent radii, if the internuclear distance is known and covalent radius of one atom is known, then the covalent radius of the other atom can be calculated. Now the covalent radius, when we move from top to bottom, it keeps on increasing because of the increase in the number of shells and shielding effect. And when we move from left to right in a period, then the covalent radius decreases because of the increase in the effective nuclear charge. So the trend is same as found in the atomic radius. What is the reason why it decreases in the period, why it increases in a group? I have explained in detail in the topic of the atomic radius. The link of the video is given in the description. You can watch my video lecture, then you will have a complete concept that why this decrease and increase in the period and group respectively is seen. So it was all about the covalent radius. Take care a lot.